Welcome back to another weekday or weekend. I mean, who knows? Age of Gunpowder cast featuring somebody who I'm casting for the second time. Revisioner playing on this mega random ranked match as Portuguese against Jeremy24k playing as the blue player as the Ethiopians. Super interesting match, which I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to go and do the lulls as I typically do, because it's going to pop off really quick. No match style map with two TCs right smack dab next to each other. Not sure if Jeremy has any vision on red at this point, so no, they don't seem to know where Visioner is, but I'm sure they will find out soon. And red, if we look into what they can see, doesn't know where blue is either, but sure to pop off. A lot on the line in terms of getting the hunt, getting the high value food. Loom immediately comes in from red, as they know they're going to want to pull in some rhinoceros. I have never seen this map generated from Mega Random. So a lot of things can really happen, and I think that red at this point has to be aware that red is somewhere nearby. Visioner says thank you as they pull in the rhino, and I want to see if this blue player, who may have noticed the missing rhino on the left hand side, is gone and go for this one. And I think honestly, we do have some rhinos here that are safe that blue is pulling in, but I think you want to pull in the ones that are away from the red opponent. And I have to imagine at this point that yes, they do know that red is to the north. And this rhino here is up for grabs. I'm really surprised that at this point Visioner has not pulled it in, but maybe they don't know where blue is, but they have to because they said the thank you, right? So they got to know they're somewhere. Probably down here to the right. I'm not sure where the TY came in if they don't know where blue is, but I have to imagine they know. Something that's kind of interesting about this map, because I did read the Civ bonuses for Portuguese, which I'm not really that familiar with, as red is about to get pop capped here, is that I think people really, all they know about the Portuguese is like organ guns. But I was reading some of their castle tech, their Civ bonuses, and they have some pretty good tech on water. And I'm pretty sure on this map you can build a dock over here on the right hand side and walk over it as well. On this map we also do have some fish in the north. It is a really heavy food map, but I wouldn't say a terribly heavy, well, I wasn't going to say not a heavy wood map, but I think we do have a wood for days over here. Blue is going around, is going to scout more, and it looks like from a food perspective, I really think Revisioner is off to a better start as they go up here and start scouting with their villager, or, stealing a little water buffalo there. Hate to see that. Blue, I don't think, is off to a great start from a food perspective and efficiency perspective. Very strange move over here for blue to just take this ibex at distance. I think they need access to a lot more food than that. Maybe should start pushing in some of this ibex with just a single villager. They are walking around the map and picking up some more herdables. Going to pull this long rhino over here. I'm sure that Loom is in by this point. Let's double check. Yes, it is. This villager is going to take a few hits in this rhino. I'm not sure if they're going to... They might not survive. This is going to be really unfortunate, but I'm sure they're trying to garrison the TC as fast as possible. Yes, they get it. Rhino going to take some more licks as they go down. Noville kills on the rhino. That's a 1 blue, 0 rhino. Love to see it. Portuguese a little bit closer to going to feudal at this age, as the food is absolutely stacking up. I believe we have a scouting villager, or scouting villager up here, still looking for more herdables and scouting. And the food situation for red right now is off the dang charts. And I honestly don't even want to say. So let's say that you don't know what blue is doing. You don't know what the situation is. You see the points, right? So we got low 600 blue versus mid 600s on red. So I think that you wouldn't know what blue is in this point. But let's say that you're feeling pretty ballsy. You got a lot of food. What do you do playing as the Portuguese? Blue smartly over here gets a little vision on the north because they do see that red is up there somewhere. Can't see the TC yet. Going to get some of these water buffalo. Little issue that I see from blue, which I'm really, really curious about, is why do they have 6 on wood and 11 on food? We're approaching 400 wood. We're past 400 wood for blue in Dark Age, and they're not even at the halfway point for how much food they need to go up to feudal. So at this elo, this might be a little bit of a slaughter, some might say. Also, the most efficient Ibex gathering in the world is coming in here from blue. If we look at red situation, I think they still have food for days. Blue coming over here and causing a bit of a stir for red, as now they're able to probably deduce exactly where the TC is. Red shaking in their boots over here and going to get a little house. Also, red already on stone. They're probably thinking about a tower rush. I'm not sure how much at this point they're able to see blue. Yeah. So they gotta know they're nearby, but I'm not sure if red actually knows that the TC is over here. But considering the Ibex down here that are dead, I think you would probably want to deduce that. I'm surprised that red has not walked around with a villager just to get the layout of the land, as blue is now going to be around a minute 50 behind in their feudal timing, which is not great. And I'm imagining red is going to immediately pop off with the blacksmith and go fast castle, which they can do, but are lacking a lot of wood to do that. So I'm a bit nervous for blue. That being said, I mean, blue is not in a great position to combat this. I'm just saying that if I was in red position, would you call or roll the dice? I'm not really sure. I think that the tower drop is now kind of like out of the question, and fast castle is in the question, as now they definitely can't afford a market, are trying to build a market on top of the house, which is an interesting strategy. And they build a forward market. That's probably going to reveal the fast castle to blue, who is now on the move. Comes in there for a villager harass, and I should see a house block. Yes, we do, coming in here from red. And they try to block with the gate and just get it down. Love to see it. Blue, 3 idle villagers as they're going up to feudal. Vision over here forgot the house, gets the house block off, and the villagers are going to town on the house with 3 villagers. And after this is done, Revisioner will be clicking up to castle, which you hate to see from blue's perspective, who does not even have a barracks up yet and is still performing the world's most efficient food gathering from the right-hand side, and has a villager who, probably the mayor, is stunned at what's going on. These 3 villagers over here, I think that if I were to put a number on how much value they scored so far in the game, I would probably, it'd probably be less than 0. It might be a negative number. The idle time, I don't think is worth it. Also, I think that Revisioner is going to be able to react to this over here pretty quickly. I mean, you tear down the house, you come in, and you rush down this tower, which I'm not sure Revisioner is actually aware of, so no, they're not. That's a quick reaction to just get the tower down, right? And I think that the plan for Revisioner was just to go straight into organ guns, because they're just 200 stone away from getting the castles they need. House walls coming up for blue, which is a really good strategy, because as I said, all you need to do is tear down these houses and rush down the tower to take care of the situation. And now the garrison coming in for blue, as we're causing problems for these villagers who are trying to mine some stone. But Revisioner also has the option to buy into a castle if they want to. Blue getting production upgrades and is nowhere near, well, I wouldn't say nowhere near, maybe halfway to castle, but the wood game is popping off. The idle villager game is popping off. Market coming down for blue, as in 10 seconds, they may get a little bit of a, what some call a rude awakening. Ethiopian player now building a little SimCity tower simulator on the left-hand side. And blue is probably panicking right now as this consequential castle is going to go up and more than likely range this TC. I have to imagine at this point that, yeah, blue calls the GG. So a game with not much fighting. I think that this game was a fight between villagers who are building buildings, which we all know is an aspect of this game. And I think this just goes to show that you don't need to over-intellectualize this game a lot. I think that, a person playing this game could just say to themselves, instead of actually building a military, I'm going to build buildings like in your base. Forward market, forward castle, and maybe not overthink it. So really well played from Revisioner in this game as they are going up, but not quite yet to 1500. I will be having a special game when they are able to hit 1500. It might be 5 years from now, but I will be there. You can bet on it.